Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. This is breaking. The National Judicial Council of Nigeria, led by Kudirat, has finally released their sledgehammer on different judges ranging from Rivers State to Imo State and others. Lifu also is in the picture. We're going to give you full details of what the standpoint of NJC is as regards some of the petitions that were filed against these judges. The National Judicial Council, led by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, has suspended two High Court judges over allegation of misconduct. Justice J.C. Aguma of the Rivers State High Court and Justice A.O. Nwabunike of the Anambra State High Court will face a one-year suspension without pay, followed by a 2-year under-watch list. The Judicial Council recommended the compulsory retirement of Chief Justice of Imo State Justice Chukwuemeka Chikeka and Grand Kadi of Yobe State, Kadi Babagana Madi, due to falsification of their ages. Meanwhile, the council cleared Justice Peter Lifu, stating that they neither demonstrated personal interest in the Rivers State case nor engaged in misconduct. During the proceeding, allegations of bribery against Justice Lifu were found to be unsubstantiated. The decision was taken at its 107th meeting of 13 and 14 November 2024. A statement signed by Kemi Babalola Esquire, NJC Deputy Director Information on Friday, said. According to the statement, the council equally considered the report of its preliminary complaint assessment committee, which considered a total number of 30 petitions in panel 6 committees for further investigation, while 22 were dismissed for lacking in merit. 2 were sub judice. The council also impaneled a committee to investigate all complaints and petitions against Honorable Justice O.A. Ojo, Chief Judge, Osun State. The council's findings revealed that Honorable Justice J.C. Aguma committed act of misconduct by aiding a litigant who obtained a judgment at the FCT High Court Abuja and filed a garnishee against judgment debtor in Bori Division of the High Court, Rivers State. The council finds that Justice Aguma failed to raise any query as to why the garnishee proceedings were brought to his court in Bori for a money judgment that could effectively be enforced in Abuja. That the judgment was delivered on 15 July 2020 at the High Court of the FCT, while the certificate of judgment was registered at Bori Division of the High Court of Rivers State on 16 July 2020. The council further finds that the speed with which the Honorable Justice Aguma took and granted the order absolute against the judgment debtor shows that he had an interest, especially as he failed to take into consideration the stay of execution of the judgment granted in favor of the judgment debtors by the Gwari High Court, which had been brought to his attention. On the part of Honorable Justice A.O. Nwabunike of Anambra State, the council found him to have breached the provision of Rule 3.1 of the Revised Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2016. He also failed to adhere to the principle of state decision from his different interpretation of the word aspirant and abused his judicial powers by granting ex parte order without a motion or notice filed along with the originating summon. Honorable Justice T.E. Chukwuemeka Chikeka was recommended to the Governor of Imo State for compulsory retirement with effect from 27 October 2021, while all his salaries and allowance received in excess by his lordship from 27 October 2021 till date should be refunded to the council. The recommendation was pursuant to the findings of the council that His Lordship has two different dates of birth, 27 October 1956 and 27 October 1958. However, 27 October 1956 appeared to be the consistent date of birth, but in 2016, the Chief Judge swore to an affidavit changing the date of birth to 27 October 1958. Similarly, counsel finding that Honorable Kadi Mahdi had three different dates of birth, 10th December, 28 January, and July, all in 1959, while his actual date of birth was 1952. The council held that Grand Kadi Mahdi committed an act of misconduct in violation of Rule 02908, subsection 1 and 2 of the Public Service Rules 2021 and ought to have been retired from the service 12 years ago. The council therefore resolved to recommend Honorable Kadi Babagana Mahdi for compulsory retirement to the governor of Yobe State and that he should refund all salaries and allowances received for the past 12 years. The council at its meeting also issued a letter of caution to Honorable Justice I.A. Jamil of Kogi State to be more circumspect in handling sensitive matters in the future. This is really interesting, I must say. But, shockingly, some of the things that Nigerians were really longing to hear, especially as it has to do with Kano State and Rivers State, none of those judges were brought before Nigerians, or there was no disciplinary action extended to them. Imagine the case of Lifu was being written off. Nothing was done against Lifu, because I know very well a lot of people may have seek for disciplinary action to be extended to him, considering the fact that most Nigerians believe that he has been overly interested in the case in Rivers State, especially the rate at which he was, dishing out ex parte order. But this is the position of the National Judicial Council, which has finally put the whole thing to rest. My colleagues in the House, what's the standpoint on all of this?
My happiness and joy is the fact that the High Court Justice I. Igwe was spared, because he's actually the one that gave that order that RISEC should go ahead and conduct the local government elections. So yes, the justice that was slammed in Rivers State was actually for another case entirely. It was not actually Justice Igwe. Justice I. Igwe is the one who ruled in favor of the local government 5th of October election. But shockingly, most Nigerians expected that Peter Lifu, with the way he was dishing out, even Joyce Malik, the way they were dishing out, contract, despite the fact that there was a ruling really coming from Justice Igwe, the fact that they just played down totally. In fact, the excuse they gave, or rather the evidence they gave, was the fact that he did it. It was without bias, no emotions. And Nigerians may literally say opposite to that, just in the fact that they have what we call jurisdictions. One would have expected that respect. So, which means what they are saying in effect is that you can decide something that should be within the jurisdiction and take it somewhere else. So it's not against the law. And most Nigerians are a bit worried with what we are seeing right now. The people we're not really even interested in the people who forged their ages, who stayed after 12 years. It's just within them. Nigerians were watching Lifu, Justice Lifu, Peter Lifu, who seemed to be, they say he doesn't have any personal interest. So which means all of this contradictory, whatever ex parte order stands, and it's legal, it is acceptable, it's permissive. I don't know, but just with this, some Nigerians will say, do we still need to go ahead and still wait for the a special panel that is being set? We are already having an inkling how it may likely look like, and to me, then let somebody will say, let's see what they will say before you start judging them ahead.
Exactly, you're right. Well, for me personally, you have to be careful how you talk to someone's lover boy. That's just it. I would like to leave it there. Let's meet in our comment section.